Drones struck an oil depot in the city of Feodosia in Russian-occupied Crimea on October 13, igniting a fire at the facility, according to Sergey Aksyonov, the head of the Russian-installed occupation authorities. Russian air defenses intercepted 103 drones overnight across Russian and occupied Ukrainian territories, including 40 over Crimea, Russia's defense ministry claimed. Reports also said a 220 kV Kafa electrical substation near Feodosia might have been hit. Videos shared on social media during the night showed a large blaze and thick black smoke rising from the depot. Residents reported that the glow from the fire was visible from various parts of the city. The strike reportedly occurred around midnight, marking the second attack on the facility in a week. The previous one took place on October 6, according to the Crimean Wind Telegram channel. It happened a day before Russian President Vladimir Putin's birthday, as part of a massive overnight drone assault on October 6, when Ukrainian forces reportedly launched 250 to 300 aircraft toward 14 Russian regions and occupied Crimea. It was the second most massive one-night Ukrainian drone assault of the entire war, following a May 2025 wave of raids numbering a reported 524 aircraft. That night, kamikaze drones hit and set ablaze a major fuel storage site in Feodosia, torching tens of thousands of liters of diesel and gasoline in the fuel-starved region. The attack dealt a heavy blow to the peninsula's energy supplies, though Kremlin-controlled media downplayed the incident, calling reports of damage exaggerated and assuring residents that fuel shortages and empty filling stations were temporary. Aksyonov said emergency services were responding at the site and reported no casualties. The oil depot in Feodosia is a multifunctional facility used for the transshipment of oil and oil products between rail tankers, sea vessels, and road transport. Located about 250 kilometers from Ukraine-controlled territory, it is the largest oil storage facility in Crimea. It can hold up to 250,000 tons of fuel, which supplies Russian forces.
Сама по себе очень большая. Но у нас прямо через забор от нефтебазы живет сотрудник, по-моему, человека 2 живет.
Какой ужас.
Ну, это не одна бочка, конечно.
Нет, это сейчас вся сгорает, по-моему.
Это что? Это нефтебаза?
Да, вон еще, может быть, взрыв. На самой нефтебазе опять походу. Она сейчас вся горит, у нее 6-7 точек горит, по-моему.
Больше, мне кажется.
Может,
мы же в параллель не видим, которые прям друг за другом идут.
Ну, так и левее.
Что? Какой-то ужас.
Они решили.
Russian drones are no longer just a Ukrainian problem, as they are crisscrossing European skies in what increasingly looks like a coordinated campaign of hybrid intimidation. European countries are on the alert now, actively looking to establish the details of the operation, according to Euromaidan Press media outlet. In just weeks, drones have been spotted from Denmark to Germany, Belgium and France, hovering above airports, power plants, refineries and army bases. Danish authorities closed the airspace near Aalborg airport after multiple sightings, while Germany's Schleswig-Holstein reported drones flying perfect grid patterns over refineries, hospitals and even an arms factory. Clear reconnaissance behavior, not random hobby flights. Further south, Germany's Munich airport had to suspend operations twice after drone incursions, standing over 6,500 passengers. France recorded a cluster of unidentified drones over the Montmelon-de-Grand military camp, while Belgium's defense ministry confirmed 15 drones above the Elsenborn base, where live fire exercises were underway. Drones also appeared across the border above Durun in Germany. Even airports in Copenhagen and Oslo were affected. along with North Sea oil fields and Danish and Swedish military sites. As Denmark's defense minister said bluntly, this is what he would define as a hybrid attack. Euromaidan Press recalls, investigations across Europe show how complex this operation may be, as authorities are tracing at least 3 possible methods behind the incursions. As most of the drones are described as quadcopters and not long-range models, the possibility of being launched from Russia is dismissed. First, ships from Russia's Shadow Fleet are suspected of launching or relaying drones near European waters. One such vessel was boarded off France on suspicion it was involved in the drone accidents. The captain of the ship was charged by the authorities for refusing to follow instructions from the French Navy. Second, covert onshore assembly with Russian intelligence operatives or sleeper agents setting up launch sites within EU states themselves. Recent arrests of suspected Russian spies in Germany and France and tighter restrictions on Russian diplomats suggest local staging cells are active, Euromaidan Press says. And third, the murkiest layer, civilians bribed or coerced into participation. Criminal networks are believed to help assemble drones, provide components, or even launch them, often unaware of the broader purpose in service of the Russian Federation. Officials describe this as Russia's new hybrid doctrine, a way to flood Europe with small, deniable provocations that sow confusion and erode trust in local security systems. Each case, taken alone, seems minor. Together, they form a map of Russian reach extending deep into NATO territory. Why Russia is doing this remains debated, and Vladimir Putin dismissed the incidents entirely, suggesting Europe attacks itself with imaginary drones. Yet few buy this explanation, and analysts see clear strategic motives behind the provocations. One is psychological warfare, showing that no European airport, power station, or base is beyond Russian reach and creates fear for Russian drone incursions. The end result would be that European military attention would become diverted from Ukraine, opting to focus and strengthen national defenses instead, Euromaidan Press claims. Another is military probing, testing Europe's radar coverage, reaction times, and coordinating thresholds. Flights over critical infrastructure and air bases allow Russia to gauge response latency without firing a shot.